It's Valentine's Day 2009, the day I announced my 7th annual Dr. Fun's Stupid Cupid and Realistic Romance Awards. Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Mary Lou Galishan, also known as the original Dr. Fun, and I'm the creator of Realistic Romance, the thinking person's relationship remedy. As always, on Valentine's Day, I'm here to announce the recipients of my annual Dr. Fun's Stupid Cupid and Realistic Romance Awards for the worst and best mass media portrayals of sex, love, and romance. My 13 Stupid Cupid Awards are for portrayals filled with unhealthy and harmful myths and stereotypes. And the 13 corresponding Realistic Romance Awards are for those truly rare media portrayals that offer good models for successful relationships. Now, 2009 marks my 7th annual awards, and they're for portrayals that appeared in 2008 in popular movies, TV shows, songs, and magazines. But first, a quick background about the awards. They're part of my media literacy mission to bust mass media myths and stereotypes about sex, love, and romance that might seem appealing, but can actually ruin your chances for great real-life relationships. As a media literacy advocate and author myself, in fact, I'm the head of media analysis and criticism in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at Arizona State University. I created Realistic Romance to empower you to get real about romance, so you can be the star of your own spectacular real-life love story. You know, I want you to know what I've learned from my research and from my own life experience. You can enjoy a happily ever after that's far more thrilling, fulfilling, and fabulous than seemingly exciting media fantasies that are really pretty foolish when you take a moment to think about them and their influence. In fact, critical thinking is the core of media literacy. Now, I don't want you to think that media literacy is about bashing or censoring or avoiding the media. Not at all. It's okay to enjoy these popular portrayals, well, some of them, but just make sure you're aware of the kinds of ideas and models they promote, because we do unconsciously adopt many of them. My annual awards call attention to some of them, and if you haven't taken my Dr. Fun's Mass Media Love Quiz, which is the centerpiece of my books and programs, you might want to do that first. It's free at realisticromance.com. And I say that because there's a Stupid Cupid Award for each of the 12 myths and stereotypes of my quiz. Now, the portrayal with the most myths and stereotypes gets my overall Stupidest Cupid Award. And for each of the 12 myths and stereotypes of my quiz, there's a corresponding Dr. Galishan's prescription that's sort of an antidote to that myth. In other words, each prescription is a healthy and useful relational strategy or a great role model of sex, love, and romance. But I gotta tell you, these are harder to find in the mass media than the myths and stereotypes. I like to honor these portrayals, and I invite you to think about how different they are from what the media typically gives us. So the popular portrayal with the most prescriptions is honored with my Realistic Romance Grand Prize, and the prescriptions are also on my website. By the way, you don't lower your standards to achieve realistic romance. My prescriptions show you why and how to raise them. Okay, so how do I choose the recipients of these awards? Well, a wonderful panel of judges meets with me to select them from more than 1,000 nominations from the public and from students in my university classes and other classes and groups that use my books and my website, realisticromance.com. There's lots of free stuff there, actually, so check it out. If you made a nomination for this year's awards, please accept my personal thanks and my congratulations for already being a smart, media literate consumer. All 26 award recipients and the citation that explains the reason they got the award are in the media release and awards listing on my website. But I want to tell you about the 2 overall winners and a few of the others. So could we get a drum roll, please? Okay, we gave the overall Stupidest Cupid Award, now don't cry, ladies, to Sex and the City, the movie. I know you loved it, but unfortunately it perpetuated nearly all 12 myths, including a woman must look like a model or a centerfold to attract a man. If your partner is meant for you, sex is easy and wonderful. You're incomplete without a romantic partner, particularly if he's rich and more successful. And the movie's really awful primary theme, your perfect partner is predestined, so avoid everyone else. This film's 4 vacuous material girls continuously show very suggestible young audiences that all relationship problems can be solved with 2 L words, labels, and liquor. Sadly, the real L word, love, is rarely demonstrated and never by Carrie and Mr. Big. Now think about it. Carrie rightly says that Big is a bad man who's hurt her for 10 years, but the movie wants us to be happy that she winds up with him. She's like poor Samantha, and MOH, who's actually a wilder version of Carrie, in that Carrie just can't be happy with a man who's nice to her. Of course, we have to remember, Big has those keys to that $1 million condo that she likes. So, there's a word for women like that. And it's not the great role model so many teeny boppers mistakenly admire and aspire to be. Well, now for a movie that you can admire. This year's Realistic Romance Grand Prize is awarded to the film Definitely Maybe. And I don't mean definitely or maybe. It definitely is awarded to the film called Definitely Maybe. Here's part of the citation. From the beginning to end, this sweet but not sugary film treats us to rarely offered healthy and upbeat media messages that demonstrate many of Dr. Galishan's prescriptions. And it's still funny and fun, as well as tender and touching. The bonus, it offers a sensitive and sensible presentation of discussing divorce with a young child. Now, although its setting is the same as The Stupidest Cupid's Sex in the City, this grand prize winner could be called Love in the City because it presents a different universe. A universe where women are smart, successful, sexy, strong, sensitive, and concerned about social issues that empower others, and thereby themselves. Oh yeah, and the men are not all slackers or sluts who abuse women who, love them and can't leave them. In fact, this leading man is a charming idealist whose feet are on the ground. Now, he's not perfect, not even at the end, but he's been learning and growing, and he's a great and gracious dad who actually respects his soon-to-be former wife and his girlfriends, who literally are long-term friends. The winners of the 12 individual Realistic Romance Awards illustrate important prescriptions, including take time to really get to know your partner before falling in lust and jumping into bed. Respect your lover as a total human being. Communicate courageously. Seek a partner who shares your values and concentrate on your own completeness. Now, I hope you'll visit realisticromance.com and take a look at all of this year's award winners to see which awards we gave to Twilight. You guessed it, a Stupid Cupid Award. Fool's Gold, The Dark Knight. Surprise, it's a Realistic Romance Award winner. Quantum of Solace, not. WALL-E, oh, love the great visuals and the cutest robot ever, but I'm so sorry, those dangerous suggestions about love, parents really should discuss with their children. He's kind of a stalker, and is it love or loneliness? Picture Perfect, oh, Chris Brown, ironic, right? The House Bunny, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, How I Met Your Mother, Friday Night Lights, great communication there between the coach and his wife, and many of the media's more popular offerings. I also hope you'll nominate your choices for next year's awards. Ballots will be on my website, realisticromance.com, in November. Most of all, I hope you'll apply critical thinking to your media usage, and I hope you'll get real about romance.